Hi guys, I'm talking for a little bit because I'm a little sick right now. Also, I should preface that I'm a little sick. I just woke up. I've been sick for like the past few days, and I don't have anything written down. This is me talking. This isn't gonna be as like nice, I guess. Nice in the sense of I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. I'm gonna like be serious because I find it really annoying how often people here like making excuses for not getting what they want. And I'm kind of tired of that because sometimes we need tough love, and that's what I'm here for. So, why are you struggling to get your desires, right? Why can't you manifest, right? Because you are acting like you can't. You know what I mean? Here. Okay, is that better? I'm sorry. Again, I'm really sick right now, so I'm not going to be as loud as I normally am. Is this better? Hello? Hello? Is this better? No? Is this better? Okay, cool. Again, I'm tired. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't prepare anything like at all. This is straight up like off the whim. I can't adjust this how I want to, but I'm sorry. We're gonna have to work with this. Um, my train of thought. Right. Okay. There's a lot of reasons on why you might be struggling to manifest, and I'm gonna go through the first few. Very first one, you think manifestation is something you can like do on a whim, or okay, I'm gonna manifest blah 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 blah, so you're in the process of manifesting. That's not how this works, right? That's not how this works. Manifestation is constant, all of the time, 24/7. We're always manifesting all of the time. Either we're aware of that or we're not. There's no difference. There's no, oh, I'm going to turn it off and I'm not going to manifest for a week. Like, that's not how that works. You're constantly manifesting because your assumptions reflect. So when you sit here and go, I've been trying to manifest, or I've been trying to get into manifestation, that doesn't make any sense. You're always manifesting all of the time. Now, what is manifestation? Manifestation, in my personal definition, is thinking and acting the way that, not thinking and acting, attracting what you want into your reality, or using your thoughts to get what you want. So if you're new to law of assumption, or if you're using law of assumption, the way to manifest is thinking as if you have it and acting as if you have it. That's it. Like, that's all. Like, the easiest way to manifest is to act like you have it. And I'm going to tell you guys something, right? Past few days, I've been feeling so horrible. I've been feeling sad and insecure and depressed. Like, I've been feeling so horrible. But you want to know what I did through all of that? Persist in my manifestation. Because if it doesn't matter how I feel at the end of the day, because I know, hey, I still have all of my desires. Hey, I'm still going to get my results from this. Hey, I'm still going to live my dream life. Like, you being upset or you being insecure doesn't make it so that you can't get your desires. If you want to be like really, really pretty, right? Like, if you want to be like the prettiest person ever or the most attractive person ever, you can feel so gross and ugly. You can feel so ugly and still be considered attractive. You can feel like, oh, no one likes me, I'm nobody's type, and you will still see people go, wow, you're so pretty, wow, you're really attractive, because your circumstances don't matter. And on top of that, you can easily change your assumptions, because assumptions aren't something that like you have to take time and years and all this energy to change. All of your insecurities have been given to you by either society or by people around you. Like, when I was a kid, I was really insecure about being skinny. Like, I was really skinny and I was so insecure about it because people would make fun of me all of the time. Does that mean being skinny is ugly? No. But because people would constantly make fun of me for it, I developed the assumption that me being skinny was ugly and gross. Now, I love being skinny, but it didn't take me like 10, 15 years to realize, hey, me being skinny is nice. It took me like 2 months. Like, it doesn't take years and years and years and hours and months of affirming against something. It just takes consistency. Your assumptions are really, like, you can change them very, very easily. It doesn't take like, oh, I have to saturate for hours, or I have to listen to my playlist for like days and days and days, or I have to keep trying. Like, there's no, you don't have to try super duper hard to get what you want. You just need to think as if you have it and continue thinking like that. I'm gonna give you an example, right? Excuse me. I'm gonna give you an example, right? There's first of all, I have to make my Google Doc. I don't like how it's set up, and I'm probably gonna redo the whole thing. But I want to make sure it's organized right. But I've been manifesting height decrease for myself, right? And when I first started to manifest that, I was really insecure about it because I was like, well, I like being tall, and oh, and like everyone is so like nice to me about being tall, and like this is just so silly. And I kept resonating with the fact that I was tall. So you wanna know what I did? Every single time I thought about being tall, I'd be like, that's not true. Every time I saw someone with my desired height, I'd be like, oh my god, we're the same height. Every time I looked in the mirror, I'd be like, wow, I'm really, really short. It did, like, I would literally be in the mirror and be like, wow, like, oh my god, how did I get so short? Like, that's so crazy. While looking in the mirror and feeling deeply insecure. Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you feel. Your feelings don't manifest. Your thoughts do. You can feel however you want. You could be as upset or insecure or, like, sad or anxious about anything. And your, like, desires will still reflect because it's not about your feelings. If your feelings manifested, it would be a whole different problem. It'd be a whole different ballgame, and that's just not true. As long as you keep your thoughts in check, that's all that matters. Like, that's it. It's really not that serious. I don't understand why we keep complicating manifestation because it's not a complicated thing. It's not this long process, it's instant. Once you start thinking in your favor, everything around you will shift so that you get your desires. Well, how do I manifest if I'm insecure? You keep affirming anyway. That's it. You don't have to be confident. Confidence is a good thing to have. Like I just said, confidence is, yeah, like you don't need to feel it or anything. You don't need to be like, I know it's true. Like you can think, oh, this is bullshit. You can sit and affirm and be like, this is so stupid. This is never gonna work, and still affirm and still get your desires because it's not about how you feel. It's about how you think and your thought process. I don't like this rhetoric of people being pitiful. Let's stop being pitiful, guys, okay? I'm gonna hold your hands really nicely and look deep into your eyes when I say this. Stop being a victim in your own reality, okay? Stop being a victim. Stop thinking like a victim. Stop acting like a victim. Like, stop seeing yourself as a victim. Stop identifying with this victim mentality. When you see things going like, my life is so horrible, lol, I hate myself on Twitter, and then you go, oh my god, that's so me, and you like it and you repost it, you're identifying with that. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Your life could be horrible. You could have the most miserable life ever and still be like, oh my gosh, my life is so perfect, and you're gonna blink and your life is so perfect. Like, you don't need to identify with that. Stop identifying with things that are setting you back. Like, there's no reason for you to be wallowing in self-pity, and I just don't understand because there's nothing to understand. Number one. And number two, I'm going to hold your hands again and look into your eyes really intensely. I'm not going to blink when I say this. Do your own research. Okay? I love giving advice and I love helping people, but you can look these things up too. I learned this because I decided, hey, I want to manifest faster and I don't want to be, stuck constantly in this loop of wanting something and getting slower results. I don't want to take 2, 3, 4 months just to get some form of movement, quote unquote. I want to, figure it out. Look it up. How to manifest in a few days. Why do I feel insecure about manifestation? Why blah, 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 blah. I could say I'm a desired appearance all day even without self-concept. Your self-concept doesn't have to do with your manifestation, but it is important. Your self-concept can be horrible. I don't recommend having horrible self-concept. If you hate yourself deep down inside, you should probably start there, you can manifest whatever you want whenever you want. If you're struggling to manifest appearance change because you have self-esteem issues, work on the self-esteem issues. Forget the, oh, I'm so pretty. Priorities, guys. Priorities. Right? I couldn't manifest for the past week. So instead of being I'm gonna keep trying to manifest this one thing, I went back to the basics and went back to saying I manifest instantly. I get results from everything. Everything works for me. I have full results. I'm a master at manifestation. I manifest in seconds. I went back to that. I went back to the basics for myself. If I'm trying to manifest, let's say you want a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a partner, right? But you just, in your head, you have this thought of you're unlovable. Okay, instead of constantly affirming, oh, I have my partner, he loves me, she loves me, they love me, oh my gosh, and constantly going through those insecurities, why don't we take a step back and say, I'm lovable, I deserve love, everyone loves me. I feel loved all the time. I know I'm worth it. And affirm positive things, because at the end of the day, that boyfriend, that girlfriend, that partner, they can wait. They're not going to go anywhere. There's not like a timer of, ooh, I only have about 5 days to manifest everything I want. I can only do this. Like, you have the time. It will be there when you're gone. Let's say you want this shirt really bad, right? And you're trying to manifest weight loss, but you don't fit that size. And you go, oh, I want this shirt in a small so bad. I want to fit into that size. Instead of trying to manifest that shirt and being like, oh, but it's not going to fit. Ooh, I'm going to look so big in it. Why don't we take a step back? Be like, I love my body. My body is perfect. I fit into everything that I want. Talk about how you love your body. Talk about you have your desired body, and then manifest it. Even if the shirt sells, you can go back and affirm that you have it and find another listing for it for way cheaper. Like, you don't need to rush and try to get everything right in the moment. I feel like, me personally, it's more important to work on yourself, like, as a person, before you work on your desires, you know? Because you can be pretty and have a nice body and have money and have friends and still hate yourself. Straight up. You can be so beautiful. You could be the most beautiful girl in the world. You could feel so pretty. You can look into the mirror, and every time you look in there, you smile. You feel so pretty and still hate yourself. You could be so rich. You could be so wealthy and have so much money and be so abundant and still hate yourself. You could be so popular and you have so many friends and they love you so much and you can still hate yourself. These things won't make you happy. What will make you happy is finding peace and love in yourself. Start with that. Because a lot of people in this community, I'm gonna be really serious for a second, because I was talking about this with my best friend. I need you guys to really think about what you're manifesting, why you're manifesting it, and why you want it. Number one. Number two, before you buy a subliminal from anyone, I want you to realize, do you need this subliminal? Do they already have it? Why are you buying this? And on top of all of that, before you support someone, I need you to think, hey, is this person actually helping me, or are they just making content to like drive over people's insecurities? Because a lot of people in this community are just leeching off of your insecurities. They're selling subliminals at the start of like $20 to $50. They're hiking up the prices. They just make subs over and over and over again on the same insecurities over and over and over again. That's not necessary. Like, none of this is necessary, you know? Before you buy subliminal, are you buying it because you're desperate, or are you buying it because you want one, like, for real? Before you manifest something, are you manifesting it because there's subliminals on it, or are you manifesting it because you actually want it? Like, I'm being serious. A lot of people here are so insecure, so deeply insecure, and that's not a bad thing inherently. You know, I'm not shaming anyone for being insecure, but I need you to think a little bit. You know what I mean? I think it's gross how many people capitalize off of people's insecurities. I just don't think that's, you know, I don't think it's right. And I need everyone to start working on themselves and to stop watching these perfect body subs and to start watching these confidence or these self-love or these self-concept subliminals more, because people in my comments love to tell me that I should make more of these, but you guys don't watch it. Nobody watches them. Everyone watches the body and the beauty subs, and that's fine, but what is that going to do for you if you don't like yourself? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's important, and we need to make more of a difference in the community when it comes to mental health, because at the end of the day, this community is just a bunch of insecure people trying to get what they want. You know? It's just a bunch of insecure people trying to get what they want, and I think it's gross how many people can capitalize off of it and make so much money. Like, I'm being really honest with you, I don't like doing paid requests. I don't think it's necessary. Like, at all. I only do them because I practically get begged to do them. Like, I don't do them because, oh, I need this money. Oh, I want to make a profit. Like, I don't feel the need to make a profit off of insecure people. I don't think it's right. You know what I mean? If someone wants to pay me for one, fine. But, like, don't see that as a necessity. Don't feel like you have to pay people to get your desires, because you can get it for free. I'm always telling you, I am posting free subliminals. I'm posting on my community tab, and I'm doing live streams like this telling you how to get your dream life for free. Never feel the need to give people your money to get your desires. Never feel the need to pay people money to get a subliminal because it works better. There's no difference between paid requests and normal subliminals. They're both equally as effective. Unless like one is like super forced, blah 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 blah, and like the other one's like a simple sub, you know? Like obviously one might be a little better or like more efficient. But there's no difference in general, you know? I want you guys to have a good self-concept so that you're able to watch any subliminal once and like immediately get results like that. Like boom. Or like you're able to see something and be like, "Oh, like I want this," and like have it in a week. You know? Like I don't want to see the people that helped me in my channel like suffer from that. Like I don't want you guys to feel the need that you have to do that. Also, you don't have to fit the beauty standard of like the subliminal community. The subliminal community has a really bad problem with pushing this white beauty standard. You don't have to live up to that. You don't have to look like whatever Victoria's Secret runway model. Like you don't need to do that. That's not necessary. That's not a necessity. Straight up. Don't feel the need to be like, hey, there's every single subliminal has like a ski slope nose, like so I want that. Or hey, everyone wants to look like God, I don't know. I don't know. You know, everyone looks like Madison Beer, so I'm gonna look like Madison Beer. Like, you can look different. You know, I prefer desired face and body subs over specific like body part subs because at the end of the day, you need to fit those standards, you know? Like no, you don't need to the beauty standards that the subliminal community have created, like the people who post it don't even like, you know, they don't even fit those standards. So don't feel like you need to. You know? All of that, keep all of that in mind. And I feel like the best way to manifest what you want is to start manifesting that you're like manifesting your personal problems away. Oh my gosh, okay. There was a lot of talking and like mainly ranting. Let me try to get back on track. Back to actually manifesting, right? Okay. A lot of people struggle with what was I talking about? Insecurity. Another thing I see a lot is people being very desperate for their desires, which makes sense, you know? But when you're manifesting from the thought process of, oh, I already have it, you shouldn't be like, I don't know how to say this like, for it to make sense. When you're manifesting something and you're living in the end and you're with, like, you're under the assumption like, oh, I have my desires. Let's say I want $100 right now, right? And I want to manifest $100. Even if I'm going in my phone and I'm checking my bank account and I'm going, oh, it's still not here yet. Every time you like waver, right? Every time you waver. So I'm checking my bank account right now and I want $100 and there's not $100 in here hypothetically, right? Instead of being like, oh, it's not here, being like, it's okay, it'll show up. It's showing up right now. Oh, doesn't matter. It's gonna show up anyway. Like, even when you catch yourself constantly checking your notifications, constantly checking whatever, be like, it's okay because it's already gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, how do I say this? It's not going to, like, you're not under a time limit, you know? You have so much time in the world. Like, I feel like a lot of people get really wrapped up in how long it takes to manifest or how to manifest quickly, when it's not about how quickly you manifest, it's about being able to manifest in the first place. Your desires aren't going to go anywhere, right? Like, they're not going to, like, grow legs and run away. Your circumstances don't matter. So regardless of what happens in between you starting to affirm for your desires and you actually having it, it won't matter. Before, like, the in between of, hey, I don't know, I'm gonna give you a good example. I want this guy in my class. This is a fake scenario. I would never do that. I want this guy in my class, right? He's so cute, but I think he has a crush on Jessica. So between me right now and me and this guy being together, it doesn't matter if I like Jessica, I asked her out, we're on a date, we're dating. Because if I'm continuing to persist, maybe they go on a second date and he's like, actually, Jessica's kind of mean. I don't really want to be with her anymore. Hey, Sorrow's kind of nice. I want to be with her. Why don't I ask her out? You know, like, between I want my desire and I have it, everything in between doesn't matter. It's nothing. It's useless. The amount of time it takes for you to actually manifest what you want is irrelevant because you're going to get it anyway. Like, it's not going to disappear. You're going to get your desires regardless of how long it takes. yes, manifesting quickly is nice, but it's not going to change anything. If it takes you a month compared to like a week, it's not going to, there's no difference in it, because at the end of the day, you have your desire. Putting deadlines or putting like timers or, okay, I'm going to manifest this in 24 hours, you're just stressing yourself out like that. Because let's say you're manifesting like longer hair, right? And you want to have longer hair before you go to the beach next weekend with your friends, right? I promise you, your friends don't give a fuck. Sorry. They don't care about how long your hair is by the time you get to the beach. Even if your hair only grew an inch and you want it to grow 3 inches, act like it's down to your butt, bro. Like, they don't care. Nobody cares. Stop worrying about what other people think. Stop worrying about, well, if I don't have this, I don't look like this. Like get out of your head. I think a lot of us are in our head a lot because manifestation is a mental process. So when you're thinking about your desires or when you're thinking about your manifestations, you tend to get stuck in your perception of yourself and how others might perceive you instead of just like reality. You know what I mean? You need to start thinking in the mindset of, oh, I already have it, so who cares? Like when you get up in the morning and you get dressed and you get ready, you should be thinking, oh, like I've been affirming that I lose weight so that I look like so good and I hope nobody thinks I'm fat. Like nobody's thinking about that. Nobody cares. Straight up, I'm gonna be like, nobody cares. Start acting like you have it all, because nobody cares if you do or don't. Like nobody's watching you across the street while you're walking down the street and go, oh my gosh, that girl was really affirming to be pretty, but she's so ugly. Ha ha ha, and laughing with their friend. Like they don't know what you're doing. Like no one cares. Like every time you feel insecure, every time you like feel that doubt creeping in, be like, who gives a fuck? Who cares? No one cares. Like nobody cares. There's nothing that anyone, oh my gosh, there's nothing that anyone else could say that would stop you from getting your desires. If I go, like, I don't know, if I go and call up one of my friends and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna manifest $1,000 by doing nothing, and he goes, well, that's not how that works because blah, 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 blah. Okay, who gives a fuck? Boo-hoo, watch me do it anyway. Like, these people have no control over you. The only person who has control over you is yourself and your reality. This person said that I have to affirm 10 times a day and listen 12 times to get results. Okay, who died and made them king? Who cares? You're the only person in charge of your reality, so why are you worried about other people and how they perceive you? If you're so worried about it, start affirming that everybody sees you in your desired way. Like, if you want to be seen as, like, elegant, right? When you get ready in the morning, be like, I'm so elegant. Everybody sees me as so elegant and whatever and blah, 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 blah. Or if you want to be seen as, like, cool and mysterious, right? When you get ready in the morning, be like, I'm so cool and mysterious. Like, I'm so nonchalant and I'm so mysterious and I'm so cool. Everybody thinks I'm so cool and mysterious, right? I mean, it doesn't matter how they see you, but at the end of the day, if it bothers you that much, why don't you affirm for it? And on this subject, when you're affirming and someone comments against what you want to manifest, like, let's say you want to manifest, like, green eyes, and someone say, oh, but, like, your eyes are so pretty that they're blue, like, or, oh, you can't manifest green eyes. Okay, who cares? Who cares? If you're manifesting your eyes are green and someone goes, your eyes are so blue today, be like, oh, thanks. That doesn't mean they're telling the truth. Do you know how much we lie as, like, humans? Do you know how much humans lie to each other? A lot. Pretend. Just like, lie. Be like, oh my gosh, yes, thank you. My eyes are so blue. You don't have to believe that. You don't have to believe it at all. Who cares? Oh my gosh. If someone says something that goes against your manifestation or your desires, literally, like, don't even pay attention to them. It's not that deep, because what are they going to do? They don't rule your reality, so it doesn't matter. Like, at all. They don't. This is so hard to, like, explain. It doesn't matter what they think, because at the end of the day, when you go to bed, who's there? That random person who said your eyes are so blue when you're trying to get green eyes, or you? At the end of the day, who sees you when you get up in the morning? At the end of the day, who sees you when you get ready for bed? You. Like, I don't understand the point in it. And on top of all of that, sometimes even your old assumptions and your circumstances don't matter, right? Because I've had situations where I've been in the mindset of, like, oh, certain people won't like me because of this, or I'm not this person's type, or blah, 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 and I've proven myself wrong, okay? Like, I was under the assumption that certain guys wouldn't like me because of the way that I dress, and I literally gotten that proven wrong like so many times in the past month. Whatever insecurity that you might have, just because this is okay. Going back, just because you're insecure about something doesn't mean it's true. Your insecurities don't always manifest, and you're easily able to get rid of them and reaffirm against them regardless of how you feel, right? You don't have to believe what you're affirming, because at the end of the day, those affirmations will become normal to you. When you affirm just by yourself, like not using subliminals, when you're just affirming to yourself, you try to be as normal as like possible. You know what I mean? When you're affirming to yourself, don't like be like, oh, every nanosecond I'm becoming more and more of the ideal perfect person. Like, that's fucking stupid. Don't do that, right? When you're manifesting, right? When you're manifesting, you want to affirm naturally to you, because these affirmations are going to create an assumption. So if I just go, I just always have money. I'm never broke. My bank account is so full. I swear to God, every 10 seconds, I'm just always getting so much money. If I'm constantly affirming that, that's going to become an assumption for me. I always have money. So when I make my affirmations and I say my affirmations, I'm not going to say them in a way that is unnatural to me. If you cuss a lot, then cuss a lot in your affirmations. If you speak formally, then speak formally in your affirmations. If you use a lot of slang, then use slang in your affirmations. But make sure it's natural to you, because I see a lot of people just like robotic affirming, and that might not, I mean, it works, but it might not be the best thing for everyone because it's unnatural to them. You want to make sure that your affirmations are natural to you, so they create assumptions that you would have, if that makes sense. Okay. I'm going to take 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, cool. Sorry. I wanted to I wanted to make sure that I had a second to get my thoughts together. Sorry, I'm not reading chat too often because I'm trying to just get my thoughts out there. I think it's I'm no offense. I find it really annoying when people comment reasons on why they can't get their desires, and it's just like bullshit. Like, you're finding stop finding ways to make it so that you can't get what you want. Stop looking for excuses. When if you really wanted the thing that you're manifesting, you wouldn't be finding a million excuses on why you don't have it. You would just find a way to get it. When I really want something, when I'm really motivated to get something, I don't go, oh, but this, oh, but that, oh, but well, maybe I don't have this, or maybe I can't do that. Like, stop finding excuses. Just start affirming. Like, how to manifest a job? Say you have a job, ignore the 3D. You want to know how to ignore the 3D? Here, let me act out a scenario, right? This is Bob and Sally. Sally wants, I don't know. Sally wants to like Kim Kardashian or something, right? Really crazy. Sally wants to like Kim Kardashian. I have the worst. I have the worst examples. Okay, actually, go back. Bob and Sally. Sally wants to be a model, right? But Sally's a little short, and Sally doesn't really fit the beauty standard. So she's manifesting, how to be there. She's talking to Bob. She's like, hey, I'm thinking about going and auditioning to be a model or whatever the fuck they do. And Bob's like, you could never be a model. You're too short. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna take what Bob said to heart, the man who's not a female model, take what he said to heart, constantly feel bad about it and dwell about it when we go home, to be like, hey, wow, that's your opinion, that's crazy, and just not acknowledge him, or C, be like, okay, that's your opinion, and continue to affirm and persist. What do you think, guys? We're gonna pick C. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what 3D says. It doesn't matter what people say. The way to ignore the 3D is to realize that it does not matter. The only reason the 3D is showing you that is because that's what you're thinking. The 3D reflects your assumptions. So if you have bad assumptions about yourself and you're trying to change them, you need to ignore all the negative things going on. If you don't like something, like, okay, if you have a really good friend and then all of a sudden they start like treating you bad, right? Oh, your friend's really mean to you out of nowhere. And you don't want to lose this friend because this friend is really nice, but you just don't know why they're being so mean. So you're going, okay, let me manifest that they treat me better. You know, oh, Jake is so nice to me. He's literally my best friend. Like, we're like besties. Like, he's so cool, right? And then you go talk to Jake and you're like, hey, Jake. And he's like, oh, what do you want? Instead of being like, oh my God, it didn't work. He's so mean to me. Ignore it. But like, oh, hey, Jake. Like, how have you been? Like, what's up? Are you feeling all right? You know, like, oh, are you okay? What's wrong? Don't feed into that, because when you acknowledge the 3D in a way, like showing you something you don't want, you're just aligning yourself with whatever you don't want. Oh my gosh, wait. When you acknowledge the 3D and it's showing you something you don't want, all you're doing is not setting yourself back, but you're kind of like moving to the side where you don't want your realities. I'm gonna go with the 2-lane thing again. I think I said this in my other stream, but there's 2 lanes, right? Your current reality and your desired reality. When you affirm for what you want, you switch lanes. So if you want to be rich, you affirm, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, and then you turn lanes, and then you're on the right lane, right? Okay, well, maybe in 3D someone you owe like $500 and now you're like negative 150 in the bank, okay? Instead of getting scared and being like, oh my God, they just took my money, and turning back into the other lane and going, oh, I'm broke, I have no money, you're gonna keep driving. You're gonna keep driving. You're gonna keep affirming, oh, I'm so rich. Oh, I have so much money. Oh my God. Like, you've gotta get to the point where the 3D doesn't affect you. Because if it's not what you want, it's not true. If it's showing you something that you don't want to see, then it's just not true. And that's it. If you want to be seen as like the prettiest girl in the room, you want to be the prettiest girl at the party, and you go to the party and they're like, oh, she's chop chuz. Instead of being like, oh my God, I'm chop chuz, everybody hates me, be like, oh my gosh, I was the prettiest girl at the party. Because who cares? Like, it's not, doesn't matter. it's doesn't matter. Sorry, I'm not ready to chat. What subs? Me? I don't know if you're asking me if what subs I've been working on. A few. I'll say, but I hate saying what I work on because sometimes if I lose motivation, I'll just never post it. There's so many things I've wanted to post, and I go, I'm gonna post this, guys, and then I don't do it. I have a subliminal for insane luck. I was also going to remake my self-concept sub and confidence sub. I was gonna make a hype decrease sub. What else do I have? Most of these are from my alt. At least those 3. What else? I have a lot of subs, guys. There's gonna be a guy sub, like for male beauty. What else? Okay, enough of that. Do I use my own subs? Yes, I do. I don't have a playlist of the subs that I'm currently using, but I do have a playlist of all my favorite subs. The ones I use the most are all of my shopping ones, because I'm a shopaholic. And the results are, I have a lot of clothes. My dressers are full. I'm so serious, guys. I use my shopping sub, and then I use my alternative one. I forget what I called it or whatever. I use those a lot. All of my dressers are full. All of my hangers are full. I have no space for figurines. I have no space for makeup. I have no space for anything because I have too much stuff. I also use money subs a lot. I need to make more like attraction based subs or like confidence subs. I haven't made some in forever, but I used to use those a lot, but I stopped using them because I don't like attention. Yeah. Tips to attract specific person. This is really, I'm gonna sound like a crazy person. Just act like they're obsessed with you. You know? If you're the type of person of when you like someone, you get really obsessed, instead of, okay, first of all, remove yourself from anything that might be triggering, right? Because for me personally, when I like someone, I like them like a lot. Like a lot. That's just how I am. So the ways that I work around that is, first of all, I just project how I feel onto them. So whatever thoughts, if I'm like, oh my gosh, like he's so cute and perfect. Like I want to keep him forever. Like I'm so obsessed with him. I take all of those thoughts, rephrase it, and go, oh my god, he's so obsessed with me. He thinks I'm so cute and so adorable, and he just wants to be with me all the time, 24/7. Right? Number one. Number two, I act like they're obsessed with me. So instead of me being like, oh my god, I'm like so obsessed with him, I just act like he's obsessed with me or she's obsessed with me. So if I'm texting them and I'm like, oh my god, they texted me back and I'm kicking my feet, when I text them back, I'm going, oh my god, they're kicking their feet, like they're so obsessed with me. Just TLDR, act a little narcissistic, but like not to their face. That's what I do and it works. But any type of like interest I have in people is short lived. So please make sure that when you affirm things like they're so obsessed with me and they're in love with me, make sure you actually want that and it's not like a heat of the moment thing, because when you affirm that, like that becomes true. Just so you know. Like, just side tangent, please make sure you know what you want before you manifest it, because there's a lot of times where I go, fuck it, we ball, manifest something, and then when it actually is in my face, I'm like, oh, wow, like, oh, that's kind of crazy. So just be wary of that. How do I get rid of limiting beliefs that I can't have a long playlist? Like this, you can have a long playlist. My playlists are long and I manifest just fine. It doesn't actually, they're not better, but they're not worse. Like, that's not a bad thing. Having a long playlist isn't a bad thing, because it just means there's more affirmations to be like put into your head. It's just like listening to the same subliminal 3 times instead of once. It won't hurt, but it's not going to change anything. It doesn't matter if the subliminal you're listening to is super quiet or super loud, or if it's 2 minutes or like 20 seconds, or if you have 2 subliminals or like 200. Like, it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. You'll still get your desires. All of that is silly. Don't let that get in your head. Like, literally, every time you think, oh, but my playlist is long, go, that's stupid. That doesn't matter. And continue on with your day. How'd you go about manifesting winning a giveaway? I don't think I've ever entered a giveaway a day in my life, and if I have, it was for funsies. Just say that you won. Like, just say that you won. When you enter the giveaway, once you enter, be like, oh my god, I won. That was the winning ticket. That was the winning results or whatever, And every single day, be like, oh my god, I can't believe I won that giveaway. Like, oh my gosh, like, I won the giveaway. Like, that was so easy. Like, oh my god, that was so easy. Like, act as if you already won, if that makes sense. And again, while you're like entering the giveaway, sometimes you have to like, I don't know, type in your username or something and they're gonna email you. Once you send it in, be like, oh my god, I got the email. Like, oh my gosh, like I literally won the giveaway. And then even afterwards, if you lose the giveaway, which you probably won't, but if you lose the giveaway, whatever you're trying to manifest, keep affirming that you have it. Yeah. So if you're entering a giveaway for like a new PC and you really want this PC, if you lose that giveaway, be like, oh my god, I got the PC. Like, I got a new PC, because you might end up getting that PC in a better way than the giveaway. Like, you might have a family friend be like, oh, I have this PC that I don't want anymore. Like, I'm upgrading my PC. Do you want it? And it's the exact same model that you want. If that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. I want my body shape to change and lose weight, but specifically getting bigger cherries, but it's so discouraging knowing that I'm 19, a bunch of sources say it's impossible for me. Okay, well, here's a little crazy thing about that. Most of the time, when you look up things like, oh, can I don't know, like, get shorter or get taller and blah, 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 can I change my nose shape? If you look that up on Google, it's going to tell you, no, you can't. Like, straight up, like, it's going to tell you, no, you can't. If you look that up, it's going to say, oh, no, that's not true. Yet tons and tons of people like manifest it every single day. I remember when I was younger and I wanted to manifest being shorter, and I looked it up and tried to find natural ways of being shorter. It told me that it didn't exist, because this is going off of the logic of people who don't believe in law of assumption. All of the things, logic doesn't exist in the law of assumption, because the logic is whatever you believe in. So if you believe that, I don't know, you get paid to do nothing all day, some people might be like, no, you have to get a real job and get a 9 to 5. That doesn't mean that's true, because in their reality, they believe that's how life works. If you believe that, hey, all I have to do is sit on my ass and I get paid, all I have to do is sit on your ass and get paid. Like, don't take other people's logics. Oh my god. Don't take other people's logics and like put it on yourself, if that makes sense. So you don't have to believe in Google or whatever. Oh, no, I don't want to say that. I'm not saying don't ever trust in Google. I'm saying that, um, how do I say this without sounding like I'm not discrediting Google? um, it doesn't matter because you could do it anyway. Straight up. Stop trying to look up like reasons on why this works and reasons on how to do it naturally or like the normal way, because I don't know how to say this without saying like science isn't real. Science is real. This is real, but don't take it like to heart. You know, someone can walk up to you right now and be like, "Oh, you'll never be like a famous model, or you'll never be a famous actor," and you can still do it. Take it like how when some people go to the doctors and they say, "Oh, like you only have a few months to live," and then they live for like 20 more years. Just because the doctor said you have 2 months to live doesn't mean you're gonna die like right that instant. You know what I mean? They could always be wrong. I I don't know how to say that if that makes sense. Sorry. It's like 11 o'clock. I shouldn't be live. What's my zodiac sign? I'm a Virgo. Actually, guys, it's my birthday next month. So, what is my birthday? You should say happy birthday to me. Thank you. Okay. I forgot the whole point of this stream. I came in this stream with like a purpose and I've completely forgotten it. Sorry. Wait, I have a text message. uh okay, back on track. The point of this stream is that let's stop making ourselves victims to our own like circumstances. Like we don't need to, I'm saying like too much. Don't wait. Don't stop viewing yourself as someone who has like a horrible life. How are you a bum in your own reality? I saw that tweet like God knows how long ago. Why are you a bum in your own reality? That's crazy. This is your reality. You're in charge of your own reality, right? Like this is your reality. This is your life, right? If you know that you have full control over your reality, because you do. My keycap is coming off. Sorry. What the fuck? Oh my gosh, it probably came off from yesterday. Holy fuck. If you live in your own reality, right? Why would you be a loser in it? If you know you can change anything about your reality, why would you choose to be a bum? Why would you choose to be unsuccessful and unhappy? Right? All you have to do is decide, hey, I'm this thing, and then you continue living your life and ignore everyone that says otherwise. I don't want to be like, oh my god, just be like delusional, because I hate saying that. But like, if you need to feel like you're delusional, just be delusional, because like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Someone goes, you're delusional. Okay, you're delusional and happy. Like, you're gonna get what you want anyway. Psst, not that serious. You know what I mean? Did I manifest my subscribers? No. No. I didn't manifest having this many subscribers. I didn't want this many subscribers. You know, I'm thankful for it and everything, but I never wanted to be like a big sub maker. That's not what I wanted to be known for. I just got, I don't know if I want to say lucky. Because, yeah, I was lucky that my subs blew up, but I got a lot of people sending me death threats for like a year and a half. So I don't know how lucky that was. I just blew up one day, and then I blinked. I had like maybe like 7,000 subscribers, and then I had 10K, and then I had 20, and then I had 50. And I was like, oh, okay. And now I'm here. I've never really manifested fame because I don't really care about numbers, you know? I care about what my community wants to see. I care about cultivating to my community, but I don't really care about views. Like, I know I'm shadow banned and everything, but it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me for the reasons that you think it would. Like, I don't really care about, I'm not getting tens of thousands of views, you know? The only time I'm upset about not getting views is because that the people who are subscribed to me aren't seeing my content, and they aren't. For some reason, they just aren't. YouTube refuses to send my content to my subscribers, but I don't really care about numbers, and I think that's a problem. Oh, let me say this real quick. I've already said this before. I don't do collabs. Please stop emailing me to do collabs. I have a friend I've done a collab with. I don't collab with people because I'm terrified that I'm going to collab with someone and they turn out to be like evil. It's my irrational fear and it's like my personal preference, but I just think that if I collab with someone and they end up being a bad person, you know, like I don't know. It's me in my head. Also, I'm not like I'm not that social when it comes in this community. I have like maybe 3 people I comment on and like respond to. I'm not big in this subliminal community, even though I'm a bigger quote unquote sub maker. Like, it is just me and myself. Yeah, don't don't email me asking me for collabs because it's not happening. I feel like hold on. I feel like someone's here in my stream, but I don't know if she is. I'm texting her real quick. You don't get notifications? Yeah, I know. I don't know. I think it's because YouTube doesn't push out my videos, and then on top of that, I changed my thumbnails. Side tangent. I hate my old thumbnails so much, and my old titles. I ick. Okay, I was like 14, right? And I was edgy as fuck, and I hate them so much. So when I changed my theme, I understand it like ruined my viewer count, but I'd rather just flop than like go back to that because I think it's ugly. I like my new theme, guys. Like I think it's cute. I think my thumbnails are cute. I think my videos are cute. Like I absolutely refuse to go back to the atrocities of. I'm gonna read my old titles to you. Like I want you to. Hearing it out loud makes you ick. I'll do anything for you. Sim subliminal. Like come on, come on. Are you if right now I posted a subliminal called "I'll do anything for you"? Sim subliminal. Would you click on that? Be so serious with me. Would you click on that and be like, oh my god, like this is what I want? It was 4 years ago, by the way. Like, what's my old? That's a secret I'll never tell. It's 18 plus, and there's already like 20 little kids on there, so I don't like posting on there. I wish YouTube had like a private account option or like an age restriction option, but the most I can do is restrict my videos, but that doesn't do anything. So you would, guys, stand up, get better standards. Like, like like this is cringe. These are cringe. I hate this. Like, please. Oh, I've heard that your attentions manifest not your desires. Yes, they do. Well, your desires manifest based off of your intentions. If I go, I'm rich. No. He, let's say I'm manifesting like, oh, this guy likes me, right? Now my intentions are that he likes me romantically, right? Even if I manifest that he likes me, I know that I'm gonna get like he's gonna like me romantically because my intentions are he wants to be in a romantic relationship with me. Subliminals do work too good. Hence why I stopped making them. I might make a new one, but like I kid you not, guys. I used to use my old subs all the time. I have to remake a lot of them because I hate how loud they are. But I used to use my old sim subliminals, and I couldn't go anywhere without getting attention. I have a sub. I shouldn't say this on live. I'm gonna say it anyway. I have a sub with my old, and it's like a gamer girl sub. It's NSFW, so I'm not linking it because I know some of you aren't allowed to be over there. But I made it so pretty much you're good at video games, but you just get a lot of attention because I was like, I'm bored. I can't speak in any video game. I can't exist in any video game. I can't do anything in a video game without literally getting white knighted by everyone and their mom. I'm so serious. Like, I've just learned to stop making attraction subs because they work a little too well, and then I never get left alone. The manga aesthetic is nice. Yeah, it's nice, but it's not for me because it's cringe, because it's gross. Like, I actually hate it. I'm glad you guys like it. I hate it. A lot. These are ugly to me. Like some of these are fine. Some of these are like who let me do this? I think starting from my ultimate heart collector sub from like 2 years ago, that all the way to now, I'm totally fine with it. Everything before that, it's gotta go. Like seriously, like it has to go. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm glad that everyone else is happy at the fact, or not happy, agrees that manifesting a lot of male attention is overwhelming. Because it is for me. I just cut off all of my roster because they started to piss me off. But oh my god, it felt like I was losing my mind. I felt like I was being like pulled from like 20 different angles. That's why I mean, like, please be sure that you want what you're manifesting, because if you're like me, right? If you're like me and you don't listen and you just go, oh my god, fuck it, we ball, and just listen to subliminals for funsies, and then you start getting those things in real life and you're like, oh man, this is kind of crazy, it's gonna bite you in your butt real hard. So like, please be like 1,000% sure when you manifest something you actually wanted, because I do that a lot. I go, oh my god, fuck it, we ball, and we're not balling, and I'm fucked. I don't know how much I'm allowed to cuss on here. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say the F word. Sorry. I cuss a lot, like normally. So, guys, I would love to promote my NSFW channel, but there's just a lot of kids, you know? And I don't feel right. I know I've been making NSFW subs since I was a minor, but that's the reason why. I feel like that's not right. You know, I don't want to I feel like I'd be like promoting something to children, and I'm not that kind of person. I just don't want I don't want to like I don't want kids to think like this is it, you know? I think like I would like to private a lot of my older ones, but people still use them, so I don't. But I just think, I just don't think it's right to be like, hey guys, this is my other channel, and then it's like really raunchy. And then there's like 14-year-olds like, oh my god, I'm gonna use this on like Justin in my math class. Like, I don't, you should be a kid. That's it. Anyway. Stop! Please, I'm gonna delete your comment. I'm so serious. Don't, please, please, please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Actually, never do that. Is it okay to hear subliminals more than once when it says one max? Yes, usually it's because you only need to listen once, not because you should only listen once. Which I got confused for when I used to make subs. I thought one max, like, I take things really literally. So when I saw one max, I thought it meant like, oh, you can only listen to it like once, or you're gonna like blow up. No, it just means you only need to listen to it like once a day. Like, you'll be fine. Like, you know what I mean? Oh my gosh, you turned 18, you just started using them. Relax. I say like I'm not worse. Okay, here's my thing, right? If you're like underage and you really want to like be, oh, I want to use NSFW subs. This is what you're going to do. You're going to go on Wattpad. You're going to go on Wattpad and you're going to look up whatever character you like, X-Reader. Keep doing that till you're 18. You're golden. Also, if you ever wonder where I get my inspo from, it's from fanfiction. I'm not freaky IRL. I don't do that. You want to manifest couple people's attention, but I feel like it wouldn't be a good idea. Fuck it, we ball. Don't listen to me. If you think it's overwhelming, don't do that. But also, fuck it, we ball. How do I feel about underground subs? I don't really care. It depends on what kind, though. I feel like a lot of underground subs aren't underground. They're just, the definition of underground subs is like subs that aren't like normal. You know what I mean? But I feel like it really depends on the type of underground sub. Because if it's like, I've literally seen underground subs of like, make him obsessed with you. I'm like, girl, I do that anyway. Like, I do that anyway. Oh my gosh. Cancel me. Like, I don't think it's that deep, but I feel like there's ones that could put you or other people in danger. That's considered underground. I'm not touching that. Everybody's free to do what they want, but why would you care that much? Get a hobby. Who said that? Sorry. Sorry. I also feel like it can only be but so underground, because even if people are manifesting like things that are quote unquote like bad, if that makes sense, they're still like consenting to it. Does that make sense? Like, if you're manifesting certain attention and you're like, oh, like if you're manifesting being catcalled, you're consenting to being catcalled. So is that even being catcalled or just manifesting attention? You know what I mean? Also, why would you do that to yourself? But that's you're kind of consenting to it, so it's not even catcalling at this point. It's just normal attention. That doesn't make any sense. Maybe that, again, I'm very logical, so this doesn't make any sense for me. I don't care. Do what you want, as long as you're not like killing people. Like, don't go. Can I say that? I mean, in Minecraft, in the game in Minecraft, don't blow up people's houses in Minecraft. That's really mean. Don't blow up your friend's base. That's so mean. Why would you do that? They spent 2 hours building that house for you guys. Why would you do that? kids are going to explore NSFW topics one way or another. I think your subs created with good intentions will be really good in guiding them in safe, healthy directions. Well, I made them when I was their age, so I guess. But the thing is like on my other channel, I would like to be raunchier, if that makes sense. Like I would like to go more into detail with that, but I just don't want children to be there, and that's my problem. You know, I don't. Thing is, I don't have a problem with children experimenting because that's what's gonna happen when you're. Let's not saying kids. We're gonna say teenagers because teenagers. That's the whole point of being a teenager. You're going through puberty and everything. And I think to a certain extent, suggestive subs aren't bad for them, but I don't want to like promote highly NSFW subliminals to teenagers and minors because that's not safe. Sorry. Also, people in this community are weird. I will let you know that right now. The amount of people I've had to restrict on my old channel because they're creeps is bad. That's problem number 2. There are a lot of creeps in the subliminal community, and not even just like content creators. I mean like just normal people in comment sections. They're creeps. That's why I always say like, hey guys, don't put your age and all of that other stuff in the comments because people are weird. You know, I got taught from a very young age about internet safety. So I kind of know about it, but like not everybody does. So please be safe. Also, if you're going to be a minor and you're going to listen to NSFW subs, don't like comment on it and like show up. You know what I mean? Like when I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not saying be like me. But when I was like 16 and I used to read X Reader Spell on Tumblr, I didn't comment under everybody's post and be like, I love this with like 12 in my bio. You know what I mean? Like, just like the post and move on. Just, you shouldn't even be here, but like, don't make it known. Like, that's like bad. You know? Some people just need the attention, and that's why they want the types of subs. But there's attraction subs that aren't NSFW. You know? I feel like there's other ways. Age-proof affirmations in your channel. I could try that. Actually, I didn't think about that. But, you know, people could always block it out. You know? But I could always try that. Maybe. You know. Yeah. As much as it's the sub community, it's the internet at the end of the day. Yeah. People are weird here, guys. I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but while we're on the topic and I'm just like yapping now, back when I was like 15, I was like 14, 15, I had a grown ass man email me for a paid request. This is before I had like Ko-fi or anything. Like I used to take paid requests through my email. And he emailed me and he was like, I want a girlfriend, an online girlfriend, like this, that, and the third. And he was describing, and I was like, oh, okay, anything else? And then he was like, can you be my girlfriend? Can I manifest? Can I pay you to be my girlfriend? I'm like, I'm fucking 15 years old. Like, it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, can you be my, like, I want, like, so serious. So serious. This is what I mean. I've had more people be gross and inappropriate to me while I was a minor in this community compared to me being an adult. So again, please be aware of what you're manifesting, and please be aware of, like, who you're interacting with. God forbid I talk about, like, any of the comments on my alt that I made at 16, by the way. So don't be like me. Yeah, do we see? Right. This is like, I wasn't even that big of a sub creator at that time. I think I had maybe 15,000 subscribers. This is like right before I blew up. Like, people are weird, people are gross. My first ever paid request was like a grown ass man asking me to make a sub. I can't say that. Okay, enough, no more sharing time. But it was like not appropriate for like a 14-year-old to be making. And he was like, oh, I hope you're not like uncomfortable with it. And I was like, I don't care, because I didn't really know what it was. And then I made it and I was like, oh, right. You know, like, again, be safe, be aware, please keep yourselves safe. Like, also don't put all your business on the internet. And that's like also another reason why I don't post my face as much anymore. You know, I have it on my Instagram and I have like a post up, but I don't take as many selfies because people will get really weird. I've had like comments be like, can I save this photo? Can I keep it in my phone? You're just so pretty. Oh. Hey guys, let's relax. So, you know, yeah. You know, people really don't have manners. I've seen so many sub creators get like flamed for existing, and it's kind of like, Yikes. I remember I was feeling horrible. Like, my mindset was so bad. I was just going through a lot in my life, and I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna take like a break. I'm feeling horrible. Please be nice to me. People were like, you're so dramatic. Like, oh my god, like, get over it. And I was going through like the worst period of my life. So I just kind of turned my phone off because people aren't always nice. I know people don't really have manners in this community, but I feel like some makers are entitled to, be a little mean back if people are being rude, because at the end of the day, we're not like celebrities. We just make subliminals on the internet. But yeah, like, this is what I mean by I don't want minors on my NSFW account, because I know there's creeps on my main. God forbid, like, on my alt. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want people to go over there and then there's like a creepy guy and they're commenting and they're like, hey, add me on Discord. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need that. That's not, that's not my plan. I really, like, I know it sounds so, like, performative, but I really do care about you guys and your safety. Like, that's my top priority as a content creator. I feel very responsible for making sure that my audience is receiving content, high quality content that is safe to consume, regardless of their age. Like, I feel like that's my responsibility. If I'm gonna make YouTube videos and you guys literally support me and people pay me to make subliminals for them, the least I can do is make sure that they work well, that they're safe, and that they're able to watch and enjoy them, like, without the risk of people, like, being rude or being in the way. I don't I don't want to, like, run the risk at all of, like, people might, oh my gosh, we did all this talking. I never posted the calm version for a sub I made like a month ago. I know what I'm gonna do after I'm done. Oops. Oh my gosh. Actually, I don't know how much I can talk about my other channel on here. Um, but I want to. I don't have the live feature on there because I have a strike. I don't know how many people over here know that channel, but I make posts that are a little silly and YouTube gets mad at me every time I mention it. I won't say it on the stream because, like, they're probably gonna give me a strike for that. But I can't go live on there as much as I want to. I literally can't go live in there, and it's so sad. Yeah, sorry. Okay, back to what I was talking about for like 2 seconds, and I think I've said about everything that I wanted to say. I think the main thing to take away from the sub, besides me yapping, is that manifestation is something that you're constantly doing, and the best way to get what you want is to be aware that, hey, I want this thing. Like, I want this thing, so I need to start acting like I have this thing. Or that all didn't make any sense. Let me go back. Let me go back. Okay. The main thing to help you manifest is realizing what you want, like realizing, hey, I want this thing, I want to manifest it, right? And then making sure that you're constantly in the state of manifesting said thing. None of this is coming out the way that I want it to. More or less of when you're manifesting. Restarting completely. Wait, go all the way back. Manifestation is constant. There we go. You're constantly manifesting. So when you want your desire, all you need to do is shift your mindset from wanting to having. Everything else in between will work its way out. Like, work itself out. You don't need to worry about how you're going to get your manifestation or how you're going to manifest it, or I need to do this so I need to start manifesting it. Like, you're constantly manifesting. The only thing you need to do sorry. The only thing you need to do is realize, hey, I want this thing, so I'm gonna get it. I want this thing, I've got it. Boom. That's it. Okay. What is going on outside? Okay, sorry. I think that's it. I really have nothing else to say, and I would love to sit and yap. Oh my gosh, but I have plans. Blomp. Okay. Bye, guys. I hope even some of this made sense. I kind of just pressed go live and started, like, yapping, you know? I hope some of this made sense. I hope you could take something out of this. Next time I go live, I'll probably do it where I'll probably do it where I have like a list of what I actually want to talk about. And I'm not just going off the top of my head. What's the difference between forced and non-forced? One has affirmations that are forcing you to get your desires, and the other one doesn't. That's it. Like a normal subliminal will be like, I have long hair, my hair's so long. And the other one would be like, my hair keeps growing, my hair won't stop growing, I'm forced to have long hair. You know? If that makes sense. Why is my channel named Sorrow? I made this channel when I was 14 and I was sad and I was emo as hell. Like, that was it. I was super emo and I was sad and I was like, I'm gonna make it sorrow so that I can make everyone's sorrows into happiness. Because I was 14. I was like barely 14. Okay, whatever. That's it. Okay. Bye-bye, guys. How to shift? I don't know. I've never did that before. You'd have to look that up. Goodbye, guys.